Hello, welcome to Benjamin Tree. Today we're going to talk about two different functions. We're going to talk about value and choose. Let's first look at the function value. With value, we just have one input. It's text. What that does, it takes the text and it turns it into a numerical value as long as all the characters entered are numbers. Let's take a quick look at this orange box. As you can see, all the characters A, B, C, D, and E, these are texts, and they're automatically put to the left side of the cell. But if you look over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are numbers, they're numerical values, and they're automatically put to the right side. So we have a string of text here, cell A2 to A6, and what happens is these are text because one, we can see that are on the left side of the cell, and two, they have characters in it. So we're going to pull the last character out of this text, and we're going to do two different ways. So let's just pull the last character. We're going to say equals right, and we're going to pull from the cell A2, and we're just going to pull one character, and it comes out as a 2. Okay, so we can see that this 2 is considered a character as text because it's on the left-hand side. Now later, when we use value in other functions, we want to turn these values into numbers so that way they can be used correctly in other functions. So let's look how we're going to do that. So we're going to type in equal the value of the right. Okay, we're just going to pick the A2 cell. We're only going to choose one of the characters there, and we're going to pull it out, and it's coming out as a number. Okay, so now you can see that because this is automatically on the right side, it's considered a numerical value and not a character in a string of text. You have to be careful. If we decide to pull two characters out of this, it's going to say, uh-oh, value error, because A is not a numerical number. So we can go back and just remove that, and it's automatically going to pull just the one number out and turn it into a numerical value. Okay, so we can drag this down, and again, you can see these are all strings of text here because they're on the left-hand side, and we can drag this down, and we can see that these are all numerical values because they're on the right-hand side. Okay, so now that we've understand value, let's look at the function choose. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we have a list of the 7 days of the week, and we're just going to create a simple little function here in D2 where it takes the number from here, and then it chooses which of these to display. Okay, so if we look here in the choose function in this yellow box, it says choose. The first input, it's asking what is the index number? What number do you want me to put in? Okay, and what happens is, if you put in a 1, it's going to display value 1. If you put in a 2, it's going to display value 2. And if you put in a 3, it's going to display value 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way down to whatever the last value that you input. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. So we're going to type in equal choose, and it's going to say, what number do you want us to put in? We're going to choose from D1. Okay, and then what happens is, we need to say if they put a 1, what should we put in? Well, we want to put in Mondays, so we'll click on A2. We put in a 2, what should we put in? Tuesday. If we put in a 3, what should we put in? Wednesday. And you can keep going down until you complete all of them. Okay, so A2 will be shown if we have a 1, and then A8 will be shown if we have a 7. So we hit enter here, and it's displaying Monday for us, which is great because we typed in a 1. So if we type in a 2, we get a Tuesday. If we type in a 6, we get a Saturday. If we type in an 8, uh-oh, value error. So what we want to do here is we want to put in an if error statement here, because if they don't type in the number 1 through 7, then we're going to have an error, and we won't be able to display correctly. So we're going to type in if error, Okay, it says if everything's correct, what should we display? Whatever we typed in for choose. But if something's wrong, then we can say not a valid number. Okay, so we go back to 8. Instead of giving us an ooh error, it just displays not a valid number. We type in G, still we get not a valid number, but we type in 5, we get Friday. Okay, so that if error can help you check to make sure that you have the correct input here without getting a little crazy. All right, so now we know how to use choose. So we have 2 practices today. If you go to practice 1, I want you to create 2 formulas. Okay, so the first formula is going to be in the text column, and it's going to pull the first 3 numbers out of this product codes, and it's going to display it as a text. And then over here in number, I want you to pull the first 3 numbers in the product codes, but display them as a numerical value. Okay, when you finish, you can come down here to the answer key. For practice 2, it's going to be very similar to what we did, but instead of using days, we want you to use months. Okay, so this is the input here, and your formula should go here into the D2 cell, and the person should input 1 through 12, and if there's a problem, put some formula or puts a function in that says choose correct number if they put the wrong input into the D1. I hope you're able to learn a lot today. And if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and post them here on the YouTube channel. And if you have any other information you want to know or want to learn more about this, you can head over to the blog and you can download these Excel files. Thank you very much for using Benjamin Tree, and have a wonderful day.